Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the online classes now. Let's continue our lesson in history, peasants and farmers. So we have reached 1.3, the age of enclosures. So in our previous class we have talked about that during 16th century and 18th century enclosures took place in England, and they occupied the common land and they drove the peasants further. Especially the enclosures were done by big landlords and farmers in order to earn more profit, because there was a demand for food grains in the market and even the prices were very high. So let's continue our lesson. Here I have written 6 points, then we'll go to 1.4. So 1.3 is the last. The age of enclosures. Let's see now. During 18th century, we have finished talking about 16th century, the wool production. Now we'll talk about 18th century, and some we have talked already. So during 18th century, the increase in food grain production, was made possible not by modern technology, not by any radical innovations. Innovation means new ideas. It was not done by this. They have not introduced new technology, they have not introduced new innovations. But then how the production increased? How did they increase their production? Simple. They increased the production by slicing the common land, clearing the forest, common forest, taking the marshes. The new lands were added. Because the new lands were added and started cultivating, so naturally the production increased. So it was not by any radical innovations. Innovation means new ideas in agricultural technologies. No technologies were used. They adopted the old method. What was the old method? But by bringing new lands under cultivation. New lands were added by bringing new lands, and we have already talked about the common lands, which all the villagers had access, but now they were driven out. Number 2, farmers use simple methods. Farmers, they use simple methods that had become common during this period from 16th century. Farmers, they came to know that growing leguminous plants will increase their soil fertility. So now let's see, from 1660s, farmers in England began growing turnip and clover, leguminous plants. They have the capacity to increase nitrogen content in the soil, so it will help the soil to become fertile. So turnip and clover, they started growing this, and they came to know, they understood that these crops will make the soil fertile. Soon they discovered, you see that, soon they discovered that planting these crops, turnip and clover are leguminous plants such as beans, peas and so on. Clover, these crops improve the soil gets improved and made it more fertile. Improvement of the soil and increase the fertility of the soil. These two crops, they have helped the farmers. They have discovered that. And once they have discovered this, regularly they kept on growing this in between the crops. So turnip was moreover a good fodder crop for the cattle, and so naturally the turnip was grown as a fodder for the animals, and in return the farmers used to get good soil. The fertility of the soil increased. So turnip was moreover a good fodder crop, and Relish. Relish means enjoy eating. The cows, the goats, the sheep, domestic animals, they enjoy eating turnip. Relish by cattle. It was a delicious food or a fodder for domestic animals, for cattle. So, growing these two crops, turnip and clover, help farmers in two ways. One, the soil, the crop increase the fertility of the soil. Second, a good fodder crop for their cattle. The cattle enjoyed eating those turnips, a good fodder crop. So in two ways, the farmers were benefited in two ways. Increase the fertility of the soil, and the cows or the cattle relish the turnip, relish enjoy eating those fodder. So number 5, so farmers began cultivating these crops regularly. Regularly they started growing this crop. They became part of the cropping system. So they used to grow wheat, and after harvesting wheat, they used to grow turnip and clover. They used to harvest that and provide fodder to their animals, and again they used to grow potatoes. After growing potatoes, again they used to grow turnip and clover. In this way, cropping pattern. They became part of the cropping system on a regular basis, every year, every time. From 16th century till well past 18th century. Till 19th century also people used to do that. They used to grow these things because they knew it will increase the fertility of the soil and the nitrogen content of the soil. Because growing the crop again and again in the same plot of land, the nitrogen content goes down and the soil gets depleted. The fertility of the soil goes down. So they started growing these crops. That was a natural way of increasing the fertility of the soil. So they have discovered, and this was the reason that their production went up, as well as they included new lands. Enclosures. Now we'll talk about the last, number 6. Enclosures help big farmers produce for the market. So enclosing the common land helped the big farmers and the landlords. But what happened to the poor? What about the poor? Where did they go? What happened to their livelihood? We'll talk about in our next class, 1.4. 1.3 we have finished. We'll talk about 1.4, what happened to the poor peasants who survived on this common land, who were totally dependent on this common land. What happened to them? In our previous class we have talked about that these during enclosures, while the farmers were enclosing the land, common land, these poor people were driven away from the common land. Where did they go? What happened to them? So we'll talk about that in our next class. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Study at home regularly, on a regular basis. Go through the online portal every day. So I suggest you that you should not waste your time. I hope you are wise enough to do that. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you for watching.